Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. It's going to be all about hair. I say different, I have done hair videos in the past, but it obviously just is something that I'm not particularly good at. I'm not a hairdresser, I am a makeup artist, I am a beauty therapist, but I'm not a hairdresser, and most of the things I do with my hair are just sort of either happy accidents or complete disasters. So I hope that this video isn't going to be one of those. But anyway, if you haven't seen my last video on this look, I don't know if this one will be up first. If it is up first, I will link it up here when it's up. But if you want to see how I did this amazing green look, I think it's amazing anyway, then I'll link it up here for you. But today we're going to be talking about hair extensions. Now, little rewind. When I first started, before I even started YouTube, I used to wear hair extensions. Now, not all the time. I used to wear them when I was going out and stuff like that. I had a blonde pair, a brown pair, and a red pair. And that was because I had blonde hair, I had brown hair, and I had red hair, funnily enough. So I tried like a few different varieties, a few different, one was like really, really cheap off eBay, the other one was like upwards of £200. I can't remember the name of the brand of those, but I've tried cheap ones, I've tried more expensive ones, so I have had a little bit of practice with hair extensions. Now, since then, my hair has grown quite a lot. My hair now almost comes to my belly button, so I don't really need hair extensions anymore. Anyway, long story short, somebody from the brand Irresistible actually got in touch with me and asked me if I would like to feature their hair extensions in a video. Now, I was kind of hesitant at first because I thought, well, I have long hair, I don't really wear hair extensions. If anybody knows me or you've seen any of my videos in the past, you'll know how thick my hair is. So even like hair extensions for volume isn't really me anymore. But I do. And I wear my hair up in a ponytail most of the time anyway, so I thought, well, what was really the point? So I ended up looking on their website anyway, and I noticed that they had something that I've never tried before, and I actually was intrigued more than anything else. They do something that is ponytail extensions, which is this. Don't mind how kind of fuzzy these are just now. These have been washed and everything like that. My hair just now isn't poker straight because I don't actually have my straighteners at the moment, so this probably matches the texture of my hair quite well just now, and it gives a little bit of volume as well. So anyway, yeah, these are ponytail extensions, and it comes with one big weft like this. It's got lots of little, they're all sewn in here. It's got a little sort of clip here, and it's got ties, and it's all, like I say, it's a ponytail. So there's a few things. I will leave everything linked in the description box below, including a personalised link that they gave me, and you will get 20%. Is it 20%? Hold on a second. Let's have a wee look. And with the discount code GET20OFF, you'll get 20% off your orders. I don't make any money off that discount code. It is literally just for me to give to you guys. So if you wanted to try these hair extensions, any of their hair extensions, it doesn't just apply to the ponytail one, then that code, which is GET20OFF, I'll put it on the screen for you so that I make sure that I get it right, will get you 20% off. So, the hair extensions arrived in this box here. This is the inner box, so it doesn't have my address or anything like that on it. And they come inside a little pack like this. I will put all of Irresistible Me's details in the description box, or I'll put it up on the screen. They've got a website, Instagram, etc, etc. So these obviously came all coiled up in here, and this is usually where you get your sample. Now, if you've ever had hair extensions before, you'll know that when they send them out, they send out your hair extensions in one bit, and they usually send out a sampler, which is one weft of your hair extensions, so that you can put it in your hair and match the colour, or put it next to your hair and match the colour. If it's not right, you don't have to actually physically touch the hair extensions, you can just send them back. Now, the thing that I was told, obviously, to note and make sure to mention to you guys is these do not come with that, because it's a ponytail extension. There isn't like an extra one that they could send with it because it's a ponytail, if you know what I mean. So that's just something to bear in mind. Make sure that you are really quite confident in your colour match when you're ordering these, because you don't get anything to compare it to. So you can actually email them and get help matching with your extensions. Just email them and say, this is what hair colour I am, what would you recommend? I just obviously ordered as blonde as you could get because I needed to dye mine purple, and the colour match isn't bad. I'm holding judgment just now. I don't think the colour match is bad, so let's see. So I've never used one of these before. This is going to be a learning curve for all of us right here, right now. So this is my hair just now. As you can see, the texture is about the same. I actually think that the hair extensions are a little bit more rich than my hair, but that's to be expected because they were bleach blonde, and mine were bleached by me, so you know. Okay, so obviously, I'm gonna zoom out. Oh, okay, I'm roasting, absolutely roasting. I'm gonna die doing this video. Right, so I have my hair ties, which I use normally. If you've got hair like me, you will shed everywhere. I noticed with these, obviously these were blonde and they were dyed purple. If you want to see that video, I'll put it up here for you. It probably wasn't the most precise dye job I've ever done in my life, but it worked. And this is how they've obviously come out. You'll see how they were before in that as well. When I was dyeing them, I didn't notice an awful lot of shedding. I mean, there was a few hairs here or there, but to be honest, it doesn't lose a lot. I'm like looking all the way down here. It doesn't lose a lot of hair. You know, not like kind of these cheap extensions where every time you run your hand through it, you've got clumps of hair falling out. So I'm going to pick my head up. And remember, I'm no expert at this. I'm a consumer exactly the same as you, doing exactly the same as what, well, okay, maybe somebody else would have done more research and learned a little bit, but I am just doing what I would do had I bought these online. I haven't had any special tutorials, I haven't had any special instruction. So, like I said, my hair comes to my belly button, but then obviously when it's up in a ponytail, this is the length I get. So if I've got my hair in a high ponytail, and it's that long to begin with, I mean, it's a pretty decent ponytail, and I mean, I do get some pretty kick-ass volume, but it's a reasonably short ponytail once it's up on top of my head sort of thing. And obviously, you know, if you want that sort of Ariana Grande look where it's a really long sleek pony, your hair's going to have to be down damn near your bum cheeks. So I'm guessing we go over the top and tuck this little clip into, oh my god, into the very base of my ponytail, like that. I'm guessing. And then these little bits come round, because they're on the end. I think I'll maybe, because they're quite long, I'll wrap them round twice. I mean, you could use that to disguise it, and that would be sort of like your bauble, I suppose. But anyway, I'm going to tie this. So that is what it would look like, just like that. Obviously, you can see it is sort of still showing. I mean, it does kind of just look like, but you can still see some of the threads and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to take, I've seen other people do this and they take a part of the extension. I'm actually going to take a piece of my own hair, because we have it there as well, and I'm going to wrap that round it, because it means that I'm not moving any of the hair from the extension. Oh, I've got like quite a long bit here. So I've just taken a Kirby and fixed that in place, and voila. I would probably pop another couple of Kirby's in just to, you know, really fix that in and kind of position it to make sure that nothing was showing. But, and then obviously, I mean, you can pull out your baby hairs. I don't really style my hair like that. I mean, this sort of happens to me in the wind. I know like people pull out their sort of baby hairs and stuff like that and sort of pull out their sideburns and stuff. My sideburns just look kind of weird, so I always tuck them back anyway. But yeah, you can sort of, I could probably have positioned that a little bit higher, because when you do put the extension on, it sort of, because of the weight, it sort of pulls it down a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't, it feels a little bit, it probably could do with being curvied a little bit more, but that's my own fault, because to be honest with you, I have no idea where I've put my box of Kirby grips, sort of multi-tonal that I've got going on, but that's my dye job, don't worry about that. If you match your hair, but I mean, it shows that even though it's not a 100% match, it's you know, it's still fine. Obviously that's a little bit on the loose side, but you could fix that with Kirby's. Yeah, so it's actually quite easy. I think I like it like that. I don't think that it would, I think having a bun and then this round it would make it really, really top heavy. So I like the idea that it flows over with your own ponytail. So, I mean, I think if you had really short hair and your ponytail was going to stick up, I would bun it and then put this on top. But it doesn't affect it having my hair underneath, really. I mean, if I was to pick out a piece of my hair, I could probably be like, yeah, that's my hair and this is the fake hair. But to be honest, you could curl this, style it, you could straighten it and straighten it in together and they would all blend really well. So that's a good little sort of quick review from me. I like it. I think it was pretty easy to install. I think if you've done it a couple of times, you'd be really good at it and it would go in really quickly and it wouldn't cause any problems. There's a couple of little bits where you might have to adjust just to cover any threads of that. But I mean, some of them are maybe just kind of like overspill and you could probably cut them off anyway. I know there was one thread that I meant to cut, but it was just, you know, a little bit of excess that might stick out, and it was white and it hadn't dyed purple. So if it was blonde, it probably would have been fine. But yeah, so I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I need to say about these. Okay, so a few little notes that I want to add. So these are the 22-inch ponytail extensions in Platinum Blonde. Well, they were. So just for reference, these are the 22-inch Platinum Blonde ponytail extensions on their website, and I obviously dyed them purple. If you have purple hair the same as me, I use purple. No, I don't. I use Violet Dream from Arctic Fox and they didn't have any, so I use Cerise from Directions, and to be honest, it's not a bad match. The only reason I don't really use Directions is because it literally stains everything. I think for hair extensions it's pretty good because you're not, you know, they're not touching things that your normal hair would touch, like your pillowcase and stuff like that. So that's why I don't use that anymore. But that's just for reference anyway, just in case you're the same hair colour as me. I already mentioned about the fact that you don't get the sample. These are the only ones that you don't get the sample with, so if you ordered any other hair extensions you should get that little sample. But that's it, that seems to be all I have written down anyway. So I'll put how much these were on the screen. I'll put the link that will take you to Irresistible Me's website in the description box. And yeah, like I say, I think they are pretty easy to install. I can't obviously tell you anything about any of their other extensions. These feel lovely, they dyed really nice. They're probably on par with the other extensions that I've tried. Like I say, I'm not a massive extensions girl, so I can't, you know, sit here and say these are the best things in the world. But do I recommend them? Yeah, I do recommend them. I think that they are really nice. I think that's pretty much it. I don't want this video to be a million years long. They were really easy to clip in. If I've clipped them in wrong, they still work this way anyway. This is the way I find them comfortable. This is the way that I would say that I am going to clip them in if I use them. I actually go to see Rocky Horror Picture Show in Glasgow in August, and I think that I'm going to be wearing these because we're going to need a little bit of that extra, you know, for Rocky Horror. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want to go and see any more information about Irresistible Me, I will leave them linked in the description box below. If I've forgotten anything, it will be down there as well. Have you tried these? What are your favourite extensions? Let us know in the comment section below. But I think that is it. So don't forget, if you want 20% off, it is on the screen right now. Use that code at checkout, and I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, obviously I would love if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos 3 times a week, normally on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but not always, so hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!